Hey everybody, Peter here, and we want to say how excited we are that we're over $100,000 raised for Rise of Tribes Beasts of Bronze, the expansion, and the solo mode. You're all awesome. I mean, this is huge for this game, and we're so thankful that you're here and supporting it. We've got about a week to go, so I want to give you an update on all the contests and give you a look into the French edition of the game, as well as tell you more about group pledges. Let me talk about the French edition of the game. Shortly after we kickstarted and released in English, we then had this edition by our friends at Gigamic, and we are so excited to have Rise of Tribes in French territories. So this is out there on the market as well. And the exciting news is that Gigamic is coming on board for Rise of Tribes Beasts of Bronze. So definitely we'll have that in French. Now, if you're a French backer and you've been waiting to find out exactly what's going to happen, I encourage you to stay at the $1, go into the Pledge Manager, and then from there, what we'll do is we'll link you to them, give you a chance to talk to them directly and order from them. Now, if you want to still get the English edition, the Pledge Manager also allows you to get that, and by the time you fill out the Pledge Manager, we'll have the information on whether Gigamic is going to support the solo edition in French. And if not, and you want to get that extra tribe, you can get that in English and just have that added on to your game. This is a very easy game to play modularly, and we're going to have PDFs in not only French, but in a bunch of languages. So hopefully the basic game is understood, and then all of the extra cards will be, translated no matter what. But we are so excited to have a partner to have this game on the market in France. I think it does really well, and we're going to be looking for additional partners after this Kickstarter because we'd love to have it in Germany and several other countries where Rise of Tribes is selling well. So speaking of contests, today is the last day to enter the solo mode contest, where you post your play of the solo mode to win this tray. However, we have one more tray to win in our final week, and I'm going to tell you about that in just a second. But get your entries in today for the solo mode contest. Remember, describe what faction you played, what difficulty level you are at, whether you won or lost, and an epic moment, and post that on social media with the hashtag Rise of Tribes and solo together so that we can find it and get you in for the drawing for this awesome limited edition dice tray. Now, there's another contest which is hosted by Board Game Revolution. It's a Gleam contest. So that one is, and I'll have the link again, that one is running up until Sunday, May 17th, and you have a chance to like us on social media and answer questions about the rule book or the Kickstarter page, and the more entries you do, the more chance you have to win. That's for a full pledge, gathering level pledge of the game. And I've heard from backers who don't have Rise of Tribes yet, hey, I can't participate in the solo mode contest to get this awesome tray, which I totally understand and hear you. So for the final week of the campaign, we're going to do one more contest for another awesome Sabertooth wooden dice tray. Now this contest is going to assume that you do not own any Breaking Games titles, and we'd like to fix that. So in addition to that, we're going to add a Breaking Games title onto this awesome thing that you can win. So in other words, if you have always wanted to try Asking for Troubles, I'd like you to go on social media and say, Asking for Troubles looks super cool, the worker placement looks fun, and then if we pick your name, you'll win a dice tray and a copy of Asking for Troubles. So if you say, hey, Sparkle Kitty looks super cool, I'd love to try this family game, or I've always wanted to know more about Letter Tycoon, or Boomtown Bandits is right up my alley, or I just checked out, Expansity on BGG and I love the way that looks, or I wish my copy of Dwellings of Eldervale was here already. Now that one might be trickier because you may be already paid, but if you pick Dwellings of Eldervale, we'll figure out an accessory or something to add to your awesome win. So in other words, here's your chance to shout out this Kickstarter, to shout out Rise of Tribes, and to shout out Breaking Games. And if you do that, you have a chance to win an awesome dice tray. Okay? We want to make sure Everyone has a shot to win this, and we really appreciate you shouting us out in the final week of the campaign, because as soon as it gets around to Sunday, it's the 48-hour mark on Kickstarter, which is a big deal. A lot of people come checking out a campaign, seeing if it's having a good time, seeing if it's reached, all of its goals. Now, in our case, we have all the goals already, so you're getting all the stuff if they show up and they come by. We want everyone to be able to participate in this contest until the final moment. So we're going to run this contest up until we close the Kickstarter. So you have all the way until the end of the Kickstarter to shout us out, name a Breaking Games title that you're interested in hearing more about, or you're interested in winning. You can say whatever you'd like about it, and we'll enter you to win a dice tray and that game. Hope that's exciting, and we appreciate your help. Another topic I want to talk about is group pledges. We've had a couple people ask about group pledges, because I know on the original Rise of Tribes, actually a lot of people wanted to order copies and save on shipping. Now, for this particular Kickstarter, we haven't had as much interest in that, and it's a little bit harder to do a group pledge because of the different orders. Some people want Mammoth, some people want solo mode only, and so it's not a one-size-fits-all thing. But I still want to accommodate someone who wants to do this, get a group of friends together and save on shipping. So if that's you and you want to ask me about that, I'm going to suggest that everyone just send emails. Unless I get too many, I think we should be able to do this. Just send me an email and we can go over the extra bonus tiles for the people in your group, and we can go over what the shipping would be. It's all probably going to be handled in the Pledge Manager, so I'm not sure that we're going to be able to do it during the Kickstarter, but we are going to try and accommodate anyone who wants to get several copies to one place. All right? So thank you very much for the interest in that. So I hope you're excited and you're pumped up. We've got 1 week to go. We're super excited to see where this campaign ends up. We appreciate all of your help. And so let's finish out Rise of Tribes Beasts and Bronze super strong. Thank you, everybody. Cheers.